Ladies and gentlemen, the next regular meeting will be held 8:30 a.m. Thursday, July 16th.
I have a question before we adjourn.
Yes, sir.
What is your opinion? I can see the possibility, okay, let me back up and explain.
Just a second.
Explain yourself.
The current goings-on in our community with protesting and whatnot. I personally think there's an underlying motivation beyond what we're seeing, but that's my opinion. I guess my concern is that somehow our ranks don't get infiltrated and there's an effort made to separate us. I think we've done a really good job of putting aside race, religion, politics, and all that, and we act in unity. And many, many times, our votes reflect that in being together.
Yes, our
And-
votes reflect that, being together.
I will always vote the way I believe I
Should-
need to vote.
Should we make a statement? Should we just keep our mouth shut?
I disagree with the latter, but I would not be interested in making a statement. Meaning that I don't know that we need to keep our mouth shut, but I would not be in favor of making any kind of statement at this point.
I agree.
And I will always vote the way I believe I should vote. And I think we all do that, so I don't have a problem with that.
Yeah, my concern is, you guys have all received the emails.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Obviously, there's some people out there, a lot of people out there that need to be educated in local government. You know, who's responsible for what? Yes, we're the fiscal body, but we don't have any direct.
And, no, and really, they shouldn't want that. I mean, if you think about the larger picture, they should not want a government entity to be able to get all the prosecutors off and say, hey, drop charges against this guy, but put them on this guy.
Exactly.
I mean, they really shouldn't want that. I think, as somebody said earlier, Lady Justice has a blindfold for a reason. I mean, we're not supposed to see color, we're not supposed to see male or female. Everything is based on the facts, and we have the best criminal justice system in the world. It's flawed, but it's the best in the world. And allow these things to go through their natural process. And so much of it is emotional that that's why I think it's best probably not to make a statement now, because you're really not going to be able to argue with somebody's emotions. You can point out the facts.
Good point.
And I understand exactly what you're saying. You know, that's one of the things I would hope, that we come in this room and be on one accord. And I understand everybody's voting their passion or what their constituents are sitting in here to do. I'm hoping that we are all thinking the best interest of the city of Fort Wayne and representing here at the table as a county. As far as making a statement, I think we make statements by going down there and supporting these young people. A lot of us have been down there. A lot of us follow them on Facebook just to find out what they're doing. I think it's important that we as adults reach out to these young people, and however we can help them to understand democracy, whatever we need to do to get them part of the political process, I think we need to reach out to them and help them in that fashion. I'm hoping that we can always be together on our votes, and maybe that's me, the dreamer, but I would love for it to be just rosy and rosy, you know.
But you know what, differences, that's what makes this whole world go around, is everybody doesn't.
Oh,
We don't
definitely.
all like the same color car, we don't all like the same, and that's what makes
Yeah.
this world a great place to live, is we all have differences. And that's okay, we just need to recognize those.
Yeah.
And,
Well, what concerns me is I absolutely will not participate.
oh, no.
Oh, I will. I will. I have and I will.
That's fine. But where is that fine line between peaceful protest and non-peaceful? In other words, if it's illegal to stop traffic. And so a peaceful demonstration that all of a sudden shuts down Clinton Street or any highway, whatever, becomes illegal.
I agree.
And the
Okay.
police need to do something
I
about that.
agree.
I mean,
I
the
agree.
police need to take, it's like getting all the windows broken downtown. I don't, if somebody had somebody break out the windows in their house, they're not gonna say, oh, you know what? He was just throwing a skateboard, it's okay, let him go.
Right.
I mean, you broke windows in my house, you're gonna pay for it. My kids, if they did something wrong, they got a spanking. You do something wrong?
Exactly.
Well, the African-American community been getting the spanking for a long time. These
So have
kids
my
are
kids been.
frustrated,
And I've been
and they
fighting.
are using their anger, not in the best way.
I've been
But
fighting
once
for
again,
justice
we
for
must
39
support
years.
them. I don't, say what you want to say. I'm gonna say what I want to say too. And I want you to understand, these kids are out there for a reason. They are angry. They are angry because of the criminal, we're not
At
gonna
what?
argue about it.
At what?
They are angry about the criminal justice system and the disparity. That is why they are out there. So, somebody want to adjourn this meeting, because we're never gonna have a meeting in the minds
Yeah,
on that.
we-
We're not gonna have a meeting on minds.
We are
on
not
that.
going to solve the world's problems at this
Not
meeting,
at all.
that's for sure.
Not at all, but we
So-
need to support these young people.
And it gets back to Larry's point, and that is that maybe we don't do anything collectively as a group, but we can still speak out on our own accord in terms of where our views are on different issues, and that's probably
Where I
a
was
healthy
headed
way.
with all this, and I didn't mean to stir up a pot, but we're all being threatened, if you will, with votes. Okay, so I'd like to see us stay unified and.
There you
and
go.
And
I think our
Sheila,
current.
Well, I think that the way we handle it is we do the best job that we can for our community. You know, I
Yes,
think
sir.
the employees of Allen County do the best job that they can, and this sort of environment just reinforces the need for that to happen.
Yes.
And, you know, the other stuff will work itself out. It's gonna, you know, maybe take some time and some things,
Well,
you know,
as-
need to
as
take place,
uneduc-
but.
Yeah, as uneducated as they are, obviously, on local government, they do vote. Okay, and unfortunately, they also breed, but, they do vote, and they're gonna be an uneducated voter.
We're gonna help them.
But
I see your
this
point.
is,
We're
this
gonna
is
help
not, this is not the format to address that.
But I see his
Motion
point.
to adjourn?
Thank you. A motion?
second.
Second. Council, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.